Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess, ready to do your What's Cracking for Sunday the 20th of January. I'm using the Golden Tarot. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, and thank you to all the new subscribers who've come on board. I did buy a new deck yesterday, the Tarot of Dreams, so I shall be using that. I've been trying to get that one for a while, but it was out of print. Obviously they've got it, I found it in a little shop which was really good. So I'm pretty happy with that. And one of my friends gave me that yesterday. Isn't that beautiful? Pretty happy with that. So I've got it next to me at the moment. It's just great energy in that crystal. It's absolutely beautiful. Alrighty. What's happening for you guys? Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords coming out here. Now the Knight of Swords is an energy of someone rushing in. He's not as fast nor as passionate as a King of Wands. He's a Knight of Wands, but he is definitely coming in quite rapidly here, and he carries his sword held high, so he has a truth to speak. Now, sometimes this can be an apology, so it could be somebody rushing in to make an apology to you, but this is also about speaking a truth. Now, the one thing is that with the Knight is he can be a little immature, so sometimes the truth can be a bit harsh or a little bit more cutting than what you would like it to be. But he's definitely got something to say here, and he definitely brings something to you that will help you move forward on your pathway. Okay, so we have the Magician coming out first. Very nice. This tells me that you have the tools at the moment to do what you need to do. The Magician is about manifesting. So something you're manifesting here is coming into existence. Sometimes this is just about having a little bit more control over your environment, being able to manipulate your environment perhaps a little bit more than you used to. And I don't mean manipulate in a bad way. I mean make things happen because it's what you need to happen. Okay, and then we have the King of Coins. So some of you may be dealing with a pentacle, an earth sign. I do need to say at the beginning of this reading too that the What's Cracking readings are a general read. And I do say that throughout my reading, but people still ask, is this a general reading? So the What's Cracking readings are a general energy for everybody to listen to. They're not personal. And while a lot of you can take personal away from them, and I do the same thing, I have readings that are general that apply to me completely, and other times not at all. So the King of Pentacles can be an earth sign you're dealing with, but in a general reading this can be your energy as well. We have the Five of Swords coming out here, so it does look like you've had some sort of issue with someone, some sort of fight, maybe a defeat with someone in the past. Sometimes this is about sort of winning at someone else's expense, you know, always brings to mind of, you know, having that experience where you've been angry with someone and cut them off and then realised later, you know, I probably shouldn't have done it that way, I could have done it differently. Okay, and then we have the Ace of Swords. Now this is already telling a story here. This is a brand new beginning, but this path is opening up to you because you are seeing things more clearly, you're more precise in your forward movement, you're forging ahead, definitely having a real sense of clarity here. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles here, so that's interesting. You have the Queen and the King in this reading, which often talks about people who are meant to be together. This is an earth sign as well. All earth signs, in terms of their attributes as earth signs, are, you know, highly organised, very structured in their thinking, very down to earth, honest, really about the earthly pursuits. So, you know, like nature, the Queen can be quite nurturing in her approach. So in terms of the attributes of the Pentacles, there is the Death card here. So we do have some sort of transformation here. So I can already see, even if you've done some transformation or changing on your own, there's some sort of healing to be done between these two people over some sort of fight and argument that's happened in the past. And it will allow you to move forward with clarity here. So we'll go into a bit more depth. Nine of Swords coming out here. So Nine of Swords, we've got a lot of Swords energy in this reading, which means you're doing a lot of thinking at the moment, and sometimes this can be about not sleeping well at night. We'll keep going. Okay, so when we have the Queen of Wands out here, so the Queen of Wands is often a fire sign, so Leo, Sagittarius or Aries. Sorry, I've got a funny voice this morning. I've already had my cup of tea, so I'm not so croaky. The Queen of Wands is a woman who, or a man, who is very attractive in the way they present themselves. They're confident. They have this sort of energy about them that is really sort of enthralling, like you sort of feel very drawn to these people. Sometimes they can be leaders, people in positions of power because of that sort of charisma and charm that they exude. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups here. So you're walking away from something that no longer serves you or heading towards something for emotional fulfillment. This is about realizing in your current status that you don't have this and you're walking towards it. You're looking for something new here. Good story unfolding. And again, like the beginning, this is about waiting, being patient, waiting for your seeds to bear fruit. So you're definitely manifesting here and definitely being patient waiting. So for some of you, this is about manifesting to bring something in. This person who's coming in to apologize could be a water sign, could be someone from your past, but they've been doing their own work here as well. But remember, they're only a knight there, not really showing up as a king in that energy, but they are in this energy here. So it could be they're showing up as a knight too because they're not experienced enough to apologize, or they may be doing it in a very rash way without thinking it through, like a king would, king would take time and energy to do something, whereas the knight just bowls in and says his thing. Okay, so for some of you here, I really feel like you've been trying to manifest something. Again, it could be from someone in your past. It could be a present energy. You could be just trying to manifest someone who's a good match for you. For some of you, though, this is about some sort of altercation or some sort of issue that happened in the past that wasn't resolved. And it could be about, this rash communication. It could be that I don't want to say inadvertently, because we all really know what we're doing. But maybe you were quite harsh with this person yourself and maybe you called things off. But there's some sort of movement forward with clarity and truth here. I feel like this is about you healing together here. So it may be that you've both, this is sort of like, reminds me of the twin flame relationship. So to me, it looks like in the past, you've had some sort of dealings with someone. Perhaps you've called it off or they've called it off. Flip-flopping energies, remember. Because there was some sort of disagreement here. And you've both gone away, and I can see that you've done this transforming on your own. But now it looks like you're coming back together and there is a healing with the two of you here. I think it might have played a pretty hefty sort of weight on you in the past, because there's this real energy here that it has caused you some pain and some sleepless nights. But when I look down here, I think you're coming into this energy now of, being really ready to meet or come back to this person. So somehow or another you've put out to the universe that you want to get back with this person, or you want some sort of resolution here. So there's a definite moving towards that person. Now, the other person could be moving towards you, whichever way it goes, but there's a definite drawing of the two of you together here for whatever reason. It could be that you are both earth signs and that this is about not so much about love, but it could be about some sort of argument or issue you had with someone in the past that needs resolving. I can see you being, quite outright, quite outspoken here, in that you've, perhaps protected yourself, stood up for yourself here. And at the loss of the other person walking out the door, and just seeing the back end of them and thinking later, well, I could have been a little bit more cautious in how I approached that. Or you might be thinking, you did the right thing, so off they go. But there's a definite feeling that somebody's coming back, or you're moving towards someone to make some sort of apology, put things right, because you're both moving forward here with this